You walk through the produce aisle and see them nestled between the spinach and the bell peppers. You chop them up for your stir-fry, add them to your pasta sauce, and toss them on your pizza. You think you're eating your vegetables, but you've been told a lie. A fundamental misunderstanding that is robbing you of one of the most powerful health tools available on this planet. The problem is that we treat mushrooms like just another vegetable. We think a handful of button mushrooms in a salad is enough. But this common belief, this grocery store categorization, is the villain in our story. It's keeping you from unlocking the true, scientifically validated power of the fungi kingdom for your brain, your immune system, and your long-term health. By the end of this video, you will not only understand the profound biological difference between a plant and a fungus, but you will also have an exact protocol for using specific mushrooms to enhance your cognitive function, deepen your sleep, and even support your body's natural defense systems. This isn't just about cooking. It's about upgrading your biology. Welcome to the Better Habit, where we dismantle common myths and use science to build a better daily routine. Let's get started. So, how did we get this so wrong? How did an entire biological kingdom, as distinct from plants as we are from plants, get relegated to the vegetable CRISPR? The story starts with classification and convenience. Early botanists, lacking the genetic tools we have today, grouped organisms based on observable traits. Mushrooms don't move. They grow from the ground. They look more like a plant than an animal, so they were lumped in with the plants. This was a scientific error, but it stuck. Then came the food industry. For grocery stores and government food guides, it's all about simple categories. Is it a fruit? No. Is it a grain? No. Is it meat? No. Well, it must be a vegetable. This culinary classification made sense for marketing and meal planning, but it's biologically bankrupt. Fungi are not plants. In fact, genetically, they are closer to animals to us than they are to the kale sitting next to them in the store. This convenient but incorrect label became popular because it was simple. No one wanted a biology lesson while writing their shopping list. The advice to eat your vegetables became the umbrella under which mushrooms were hidden, their unique properties completely overlooked. By showing you the history of this mistake, I want you to see how deeply ingrained this myth is and why it's so crucial we now break away from it. Understanding this distinction is the first step toward harnessing their true potential. To truly grasp why mushrooms are not vegetables, we need a quick science class. Let's introduce the key characters. First, in the plant corner, we have chlorophyll. This is the green pigment that allows plants to perform photosynthesis. They take sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide and create their own food. They are producers. Now in the fungi corner, we don't have chlorophyll. Fungi are decomposers. They can't make their own food. Instead, they release enzymes into their environment, a log, the soil, a leaf, and break down organic matter, absorbing the nutrients. But the real superstar molecule we need to talk about is a compound called beta-glucan. This is something you won't find in nearly the same way in the plant kingdom. Think of your immune system like an army. It has soldiers, your white blood cells, but they need training and communication to be effective. Beta-glucans are like the elite trainers and communication officers for this army. When you consume mushrooms, these beta-glucans don't get fully digested. They travel to your gut, where they interact with immune receptors. It's like they're running a training drill for your immune cells. They don't trigger a false alarm or cause inflammation, but they put your immune cells on a state of heightened alert, making them more efficient, faster, and smarter at recognizing and neutralizing actual threats. When you just treat a mushroom like a vegetable, you might pan-fry it on high heat, destroying many of these delicate compounds. Or you simply don't consume enough to get this immune-modulating effect. You're essentially sending the trainers home before the training is complete. You get some fiber and minerals, sure, but you miss the biological magic that separates fungi from every other food in the grocery store. The scientific community is now catching up to what traditional medicine has known for centuries. The evidence is shifting dramatically from folklore to rigorous clinical data. Take, for example, a landmark 2015 study from Penn State University on a very common mushroom, the humble white button mushroom. The study looked at its effect on breast cancer risk. Researchers found that women who consumed just a small amount of button mushrooms daily, around 10 grams, which is literally one single mushroom, had a significantly lower risk of developing breast cancer. The mechanism appears to be linked to compounds in the mushrooms that act as aromatase inhibitors, which can help regulate estrogen levels in the body. Then we have lion's mane, a mushroom that looks like a cascading white waterfall. A 2019 double-blind, placebo-controlled trial published in the journal Nutrients investigated its effects on cognitive function in older adults. The group taking lion's mane extract showed significant improvements in cognitive scores compared to the placebo group. The science points to compounds called hericenones and arenachines, which can stimulate the production of nerve growth factor, or NGF. This is a protein that is critical for the growth, maintenance, and survival of our brain cells. We are no longer talking about vague wellness claims. We are talking about specific compounds interacting with specific biological pathways measured in controlled human trials. The shift is clear. Mushrooms are not just food. They are functional biomodifiers. So, how do we turn this science into a practical daily routine? Here is the perfect mushroom protocol. This is not just about adding mushrooms to dinner. It's about using specific mushrooms at specific times for specific effects. Let's break it down. Step 1. Your morning brain boost. Within the first hour of waking, alongside your breakfast or coffee, you're going to incorporate lion's mane. The goal is to stimulate that nerve growth factor early to support focus and cognition throughout the day. The most effective way is with a high-quality dual extract powder. Add 1 teaspoon to your coffee, a smoothie, or even just hot water. Make sure it's a dual extract. This means both water and alcohol were used to pull out all the beneficial compounds. Step 2. Your daily immune armor. This is where your culinary mushrooms come in, but with a purpose. Aim to incorporate at least half a cup of cooked mushrooms into one of your meals every single day. Button, cremini, shiitake, maitake variety is key. This provides those aromatase inhibitors and a baseline of beta-glucans for daily immune surveillance. A simple mushroom omelette for breakfast or sautéed mushrooms with your dinner will do the trick. Step 3. Your evening wind down. About 60 to 90 minutes before you want to go to sleep, you're going to use reishi mushroom. Reishi is known as an adaptogen that helps calm the nervous system and promote deeper, more restorative sleep. Again, a dual extract powder or tincture is best. 1 teaspoon in a caffeine-free tea like chamomile is a perfect pre-sleep ritual. Now, for edge cases. If you can't stand the taste, high-quality capsule forms of these extracts are a great alternative. Just follow the dosage on the bottle. This 3-step protocol transforms mushrooms from a passive ingredient into an active tool for optimizing your day. From brain power in the morning to recovery at night. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. First, mushrooms are not vegetables. They belong to their own biological kingdom and have unique compounds, like beta-glucans, that interact with our bodies in ways plants do not. Second, our modern misunderstanding comes from historical misclassification and grocery store convenience, which has caused us to overlook their profound health benefits. And third, you can implement a simple 3-step protocol to harness this power. Lion's mane in the morning for cognitive function, a variety of culinary mushrooms daily for immune support, and reishi at night for enhanced sleep. You have the ability to take direct control over your biology. It doesn't always require an expensive device or a complicated prescription. Sometimes it's as simple as understanding the true nature of what has been in the produce aisle all along, waiting for you to unlock its potential. You are now equipped with the knowledge to use the fungi kingdom as your ally. If you found this guide to optimizing your health useful, subscribe to The Better Habit for more science-backed protocols. And for your next step, check out this video on how to optimize your gut health, which is where the magic of mushrooms truly begins. Thanks for watching.